Let's be honest. Do people actually change? That's an age old question, right? Or do they just get better at pretending? The reason I bring this up is because I was talking to one of my followers over on Facebook, and the question came up because we've all seen it, right? That person who swore they were different until life tested them. That ex who promised they never hurt you again until they did. That friend who claimed they'd grown, but somehow the same old habits keep creeping back in. So today I thought it'd be fitting that we get into it. You know, the truth about change, the psychology behind why people switch up and do the 52 fake out, and how to tell the difference between real growth and a well rehearsed performance. So stick around because in a few minutes, I'm going to tell you about the time I fell for the I change it act and what it cost me. And sometimes it actually costs you that hard earned change, right? So let's talk about the illusion for change. You ever notice how people don't really change when life is easy? It's the storms that show you who they really are. The hard truth is, some people don't change, they just adjust their mess. Some people don't grow, they just learn new excuses. And some people, they know exactly what you want to hear, and they've gotten really good. I mean, really good at saying exactly what you want to hear. But how do you tell the difference? How do you know if someone is actually evolved or if they're just performing? Because trust me, baby, there's a big difference. A big difference. When people fake growth, let me put you on game real quick, friends. You know how you can tell when someone hasn't really changed? When the new them only exists when they're being watched. That is nothing but cold hard facts. If someone is watching them, they're going to be the new person. But if they're not being watched, oh, baby, they flip back to the old them real quick, no problem. They act like they're healed until they get triggered. Does that sound familiar? They act like they're loyal until temptation tests them. I know this sounds familiar. They act mature until accountability enters the chat. And that brings me to the biggest red flag of all red flags. The moment you realize someone changed just enough to stay in your life, but not enough to actually deserve to be in your life. Boom. Facts. Now let's talk about a self reflective moment. Okay, this is where I gotta ask you to hold up, bear with me, because we have to flip the script real quick, right? Because we talk about other people changing, but what about you? Have you really changed? Or have you just adjusted your mask? Are you actually healed? Or are you just good at avoiding situations that actually expose your wounds? Have you really grown? Or do you just know better ways to justify your actions? Think about it. Because real change, it doesn't happen when people are watching. It happens when you're actually alone. You're facing the truth with nobody to perform for. Now, let's talk about how to spot real change. Because, and if you are of a certain caliber, you know that game recognizes game, right? So, how do you know if someone's actually changed or if they're just playing the role? First, real change is quiet. Performative change is loud, is boisterous, it's obnoxious at times. So, if someone keeps announcing that they've changed, but their actions don't align, it's all an act. Trust. Two, Real change is uncomfortable. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Fake change is easy. Growth is painful. It requires accountability, sacrifice, and unlearning everything that you already learned. So if someone's change looks effortless, it's probably just repackaged habits. Third, real change doesn't need an audience. Fake change relies on one. True growth happens when no one's watching. If someone only acts different when there's something to gain, that's not growth, friends. That's manipulation. And that brings me back to the time I fell for the I've changed app. I saw all the signs, but I wanted to believe in their growth so badly that I ignored the truth. And I have to tell you what happened. See, people will come to you and say that they changed and they just need to borrow some what? Cash. And you fall for it every single time. And I fell for it because I love the person, but not no more. So I'm going to talk to you about the power of real transformation. At the end of the day, the only proof of change is consistency, not words, not promises, not social media posts, just consistent, real, intentional actions every day. So drop something in the comments if any of this hit home for you. Tell me if you've ever fallen for the I've changed act. Let me know what happened. Until next time, keep on sipping and let that tea brew into action.